5 leagues in the world is amazing feeling for me and a good feat. But of course...
Breaking news for us.
All right, listeners, buckle up, because we're diving deep into the world of football transfers, and this one is juicy. We've got Manchester United potentially making a move for Victor Osimhen, Napoli's star striker. And the rumor mill is already spinning like crazy, so we're going to break this down based on what we've gathered from different sources, and we're going to see if this is all hype or a genuine game changer.
Yeah, this is really interesting because, you know, a lot of times when we talk about strikers, we just focus on goals. But Osimhen, I think, is a bit different. You know, he led Napoli to the Serie A title with 26 goals, which is obviously incredible. But when you look at the sources, what stands out is his all-around game, like his ability to hold up the ball, bring teammates into play. That's something that Manchester United can really use, especially if they want to become a more dominant attacking force.
I mean, you're right. He's not just a goal scorer. He's a complete forward.
Yeah.
That makes a huge difference. But here's the thing. Napoli have slapped a massive 75 million euro price tag on him. That's a lot of cash. Is that price even justified?
It's a big number for sure. But in today's transfer market, especially for a striker who is proven and still relatively young like Osimhen, it's not completely out of the question. You know you have to factor in the other clubs that are reportedly interested. Chelsea, PSG, they're all sniffing around. So that drives the price up. I think the real question is, are Manchester United willing to pay that full amount? Or will they try to negotiate a lower fee?
That's the big question, Aniti. I mean, let's be honest, 75 million euros, that's a massive investment. Are there financial risks involved here for Manchester United?
Yeah, absolutely. There are always risks.
Yeah.
Especially with big money transfers like this. You know, what if Osimhen comes in and rise, he doesn't adapt to the Premier League? Or what if he picks up a serious injury? Suddenly that 75 million euros could start to feel like a massive burden. On the other hand, if he hits the ground running and helps Manchester United win trophies, well then that investment could pay off massively, both on the pitch and in terms of their commercial value.
Right, that makes total sense. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, they do sign Osimhen.
Yeah.
How do you see him fitting in with the other attacking players at Manchester United? You got Rashford, you've got Højlund. How does it all work?
Technically, this is where it gets really fascinating. Imagine this. You have Osimhen as your central striker. He's so strong, he can hold up the ball, he draws defenders to him. That creates space for players like Rashford and Højlund, who can then exploit that space with their speed. I mean, it could completely transform Manchester United's attack. They become a constant threat on the counterattack. But they could also play a more possession-based style, because Osimhen can link up play so well. You know, this could be a nightmare for other Premier League teams.
Wow, I mean, that's an exciting thought. But hold on a second, there's a twist. Because from what we've seen in the sources, Osimhen is currently on loan at Galatasaray. So how does that impact the whole situation?
Yeah, the loan system definitely throws a wrench into things. So even though he's playing for Galatasaray right now, his contractual rights still belong to Napoli, which means Galatasaray doesn't really have a say in a permanent transfer. However, the loan agreement, it might include certain clauses, like an option to buy or maybe some kind of first refusal. That's where things could get a bit tricky. And, you know, that's where the negotiations could drag on for a bit.
So Napoli might be willing to negotiate a deal with Manchester United despite the loan.
Right? Potentially, yes, but those clauses that we talked about. With Galatasaray, they could complicate things for sure. You know, it really depends on the specifics of the loan agreement and how badly Manchester United want Osimhen.
So it sounds like we got ourselves a real transfer saga brewing. Big money, a top striker, a loan situation to navigate. This is going to be fun to watch unfold.
And it's not just about one player changing teams, you know. If Osimhen does go to Manchester United, it could have a domino effect across European football. You know, how will it impact the balance of power in the Premier League? How will other European giants react? These are the questions we're all going to be asking.
Absolutely fascinating stuff. So listeners, keep your eyes peeled. This story is just getting started. We'll be keeping a close eye on it, and we'll be back to break it all down for you as it develops. Until then, keep the conversation going online. Let us know what you think about this potential transfer and how it might shake things up in the football world.